Hi, and welcome back here to episode 47, working on the police bagger. What we got going on today is, like I said, we're just finishing up some things we got to do. I got the tour pack off here. This is the hole in the rear fender that my, I don't know, I kind of call this a nut cert. This goes in through the bottom. You can see the little tang right there. That goes in that part there, same shape. And then when this gets pushed up enough, the snap ring goes over and holds it from falling down. So that way, all I got to do is use this screw. This was the screw that was in it to hold my seat in place. I've got now a thumb screw that I will be able to remove my seat whenever I want to. But the thing is, the thickness of the fender, this ABS fender, is thicker than what the OEM steel fender was. So when I shove this up from the bottom, it's only sitting flush, so I can't get the snap ring on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some masking tape around here, and I'm just going to shave down. And shave it down, try and shave it down enough where I can then get the snap ring on. And then when I get it enough where I get the snap ring on, then I can put the thumb screw on and get my seat mount. Like I say, I'm just trying to finish this up. I talked to Mad Painter today. He sent me some pictures. He's got the front fairing all painted. And so what I got to do next is I've got to get the inner fairing painted myself. It's about -2 outside right now, so because I can't remove everything out of the shop here, I can't do it internally. So I'll just wait till a little bit warmer day, and then once I get the handlebars, I can get assembling the front, and still waiting for my radio deck to get in. Besides that, got everything else that needs to be done to finish this up. But yeah, so like I say, there's just some small things. So I'll set the camera down and I will mask off this hole, and then get the Dremel set up, and then we'll get at it. So just bear with me. So I've got my Dremel kit here. I really don't know what bit I want to use, so I'm using a little sandpaper bit to start. I've never done this before. I don't know how quickly the ABS is going to pull off. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of, chance it. I don't know how well these pads stay on. These ones just slide right over and stay on with rubber friction. So I've got a bunch of different ones I can try. That's all I'm going to do is give it a try. So like I say, this is a learning curve for me too. We'll put it back over. You can see I left an opening right here, and that's where I'm working. So gonna put my safety glasses on. You just never know. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna turn out, so and we'll give it a shot. Well, already the friction pad, my sandpaper is sliding down, but it is taking some material off. Coming off pretty quickly, actually. There goes the pad there. I think what happens is it's so cold in here, the rubber, and then when I spin it, it gets hot and it's just separating itself. I'm going to see about another bit here. This one's a little flap wheel. I use these at work in a bigger die grinder. Not really liking how it's going. It's working, but the Dremel spins pretty fast that I may have to take a saddlebag off to try and get my hand back up underneath here. I can feel it with my finger, but I can't. There it is. There it is there. So I gotta go, I don't know if you guys can see the insert. Gotta go a little bit more on this side in the back. The left side looks like I'm down far enough. So we will go a little bit more. So we're close. It's getting around it, but it won't. It's got to be recessed a little more for the size of the washer there. So I got to go a bit more on one side. May go into a bit of a tape here. Got this rag over the saddlebag just so the extension cord doesn't bother it. I gotta go a little bit more. So what's going on? My bolt or my nut cert is sticking up far enough, but the surface area of the washer, it's too wide and thick, so it's not sliding underneath because I've got to make this down, make it go a little bit further down all the way around. We're getting there, we're getting there. It'd be nice if the fender companies offered something that would like make it so it go out below more. Can't go too far down because we got to leave that little tang there, or our nut cert will spin when we get it in there. So we don't want it to spin because then when we put our bolt for our seat in, the whole thing turns, kind of defeats the purpose. Still got to go down a little bit more. The thickness of this washer still. Customizing, it takes its time. We're getting close. We're getting close. I'll be honest, I'm not liking the way it looks, but I can always put, once I get the snap ring in, I can put a washer or a rubber grommet there, so when I put the seat on, because the chrome rear piece of the seat, I'll still be able to see some of this, so I'll figure that out. Like I say, the key is to make sure that the seat bolt doesn't fall back down through. That's the key. That is the key. Still a little bit yet. I'm gonna give her one more try here. Got my hand between the tire and the fender from underneath. So yeah, definitely got to go a little bit more towards the back. They say you want a custom motorbike. A lot of people don't understand how much work goes into them, and that's why people ask a fair bit of money for them. So I don't know how many times you put something on take it off, put something on, take it off, put something on. Still got to go a little bit on the right side here. Like they say, if it was easy, everyone would be making them. One thing would be nice if that Dremel, I could spin it at a lower speed. That would be nice, but obviously I can't, so. Still got to go a little bit yet along the back here. Fender's pretty thick, and like I say, the thickness, the width of this washer is what we've got to get to recess down in there. We've got the insert sticking up, but we've just got to get the proper height for the washer to sit flush. I might have it there. I just got to get a screwdriver to push that on. The snugger, the better. Then you know that it'll never spin on you. I think that's got it. Just see if I can spin it around. Yeah, it's not pushing back down, so that's got it. Not pretty. Blow that off with some compressed air. Just use a little bit of compressed air to blow the filings off because they get hot. Just gonna go get the knurled thumb nut here so I can see how it looks. Give me a second there. Okay, so I'm back here now with my thumb nut. So this is a nut, excuse me, a bolt that's knurled. Knurled means that there's gripping made on it, and then this will just screw in. So when I put my seat on, I just turn it down with my thumb tight as I can. Now if I'm out riding and I have a problem and it's underneath my seat, well, I don't have to have a tool. I don't have to have a screwdriver. The original screw was a Phillips, and that's okay. I can always get a Phillips screwdriver, but if I'm on the side of the highway or on the road, just using the actual knurled bolt or screw, I can pull it out. And because I turn this down enough for me to get the snap ring on, my nut cert doesn't push back through or doesn't spin. So I don't have to get underneath with a nut or a wrench or a socket to hold it. So there we go. So that's what we were putting in. I'm going to put the OEM screw in the bag and I'll put it in a drawer. And I'll pull this tape off and we'll see how much room, I had to take away material. So I've never done this before, so. Everything's a learning curve. So we'll peel the tape off here. Like I say, this is ABS plastic, so I'm not too worried about it. Got a little piece of tape right here. Looks like it's a burn spot in the paint. So I'm going to grab my seat. And my seat has a little chrome lip on it. Just get this all lined up here. So you can see it, I'll zoom in. So you can see there is some spots that is not being covered. So that's okay. I'm going to look and see if I have a rubber washer that I can put underneath the actual chrome of the seat. And the purpose of it is so it doesn't rub any further or damage the fender. I've always had one on my other bikes. I don't know if I can find one right now. I'm just quickly taking a look. I don't need to take up more time, but I know I do have one or two kicking around somewhere because that's what I used on my other bikes. Sometimes I used a clear washer as well, like a plastic neoprene type washer. And like I say, it just helps from leaving any damage to the existing fender from it sliding around or anything of that nature. I can't seem to find the location of where I put them right now, but I will find them and I will put one on there. But nonetheless, my seat's there. I will put the knurled bolt through. That's locked in now nicely. Like I say, so I'll get a washer that'll go around there and clean that up a bit. But like I say, it would be nice if some of the manufacturers would remember that the ABS is a bit thicker than the stock OEM steel. So I will clean it up a bit best I can, find myself a nice outside diameter to cover what you can see, and then we'll go from there. So I'm happy with the outcome here today. That's another thing you can chalk off the list. So that's another thing you can chalk off the list, and we'll just carry on with our build and get her done here in a short period of time. I'm going to say probably, well, we got to wait on my radio deck to get in stock. I've got to wait for the bars yet. And I still got some other things to clean up, but it's coming along fairly nice. We still don't got any good weather right now. The Mustang's still in storage and stuff, but we got a lot of get done. You'll have to wire up the handlebars yet and do things like that, but I'll show you what the outcome was here today. So may look, you know, more than what you guys thought, but the thickness of this washer here. So see how nicely it sits? But I had to slide it down and in. So I had to take some of the surface area. Honestly, I'm not too happy about that there. That was a burn through the tape. That was my doing. But like I say, I'll get a rubber washer. See these ones here on the fender? These are clear washers. Same principle, takes up a wider surface area. And I will get one for here, but it'll be black. So until next time, thanks a lot for tuning in. Say just picking off each little job here on my checklist so I can remember everything that needs to be done and get finished. But yeah, so just keep following along and stay tuned. And at home, you know, you can critique and put down some things or learn some things, or maybe you do some things differently. But the performance bagger is coming along. So thanks a lot for viewing in and tuning in today. Thanks. Bye.